Good morning, Manhattan. And so we begin this video. Good morning to the Chrysler Building. We're gonna hit the Grand Central, take the orange train to the big park. And we made a pit stop at John's Diner and Coffee. Some good coffee. Adam's got one too.
Cheers.
Cheers, man. There's much ahead. And entering Grand Central Station to find the orange train through a different way. I've never been through the East 43rd Street and Lexington entrance. You can enter all the way around Central. And look what's right inside the entrance of Grand Central here. Giant chandelier. Look at that. It's like a tree trunk. It's the roots of a tree trunk with a bunch of crystals. We've entered through the market section. You can shop on your way or off of the train. Nice big hallway here. Look at this. And hello again, Grand Central Station. Cheers, Adam. Cheers. Okay, so we were gonna take a train out of Grand Central, but we have to get off to get onto another one to get to where we're going. So we asked the information booth right there underneath that clock, and they handed me a map, and they said it's best to get out of the station and walk about 4 blocks to another train station, which will be a direct route. So we're gonna head out of Grand Central, and we found the entrance to the subway that's going to take us to our destination right behind the New York Public Library on 42nd.
What happened to the New York Public Library? Is that used in anything?
Just this one movie back in the day. I think it was like Ghostbusters or something. Yeah.
Ghostbumps?
That's it. Got it. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome if it's your first time. Tampa J, Adam the Woo, back in Manhattan. We're gonna do something, we're gonna do some touristy stuff today. We're gonna
invite you down into the nether regions of NYC.
Into the depths.
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong down there? We're just saying, like, it's like embedded in us because of film, especially back in the 70s and 80s, all those gritty, like, New York movies.
Did anything good ever happen in the subway?
What happens down there, really? It's actually not too bad. Well, always watch your 6 is what I say. We're gonna take the subway today.
Watch your 6, is that like behind you?
Your tail, like watch your 6.
Oh, I like that.
And we're gonna head up to the park. Adam's filming some very cool stuff. Actually, I'm a big fan of the Beatles and John Lennon, and he's doing a video on John Lennon in New York.
It's gonna be a mishmash. It's gonna, there'll be that in there, but who knows where the city will take us.
You never know. There's so many things to see here, and you'll see it as we go. There's much ahead. We're gonna have some fun in New York City once again.
Ready? Yeah. Can I invite you into the subways, Tampa J?
Shall you? 5th Avenue and Bryant Park.
Is this the right place?
I think so. I'll go first. All right, making our way to the train. We're gonna take the orange one. It's the B train, orange. Heading up to Central Park area. Scorsese and De Niro. 59th Street, Columbus Circle, the beginning of Central Park. Welcome to Columbus Circle. I'm thinking of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. First appeared right around the corner here.
Oh, you know what else is
right
here,
there?
Tampa J?
What's that?
Some say there's a little discrepancy on the interwebs because you never know who to trust when you read articles, but most say that this is Lois Lane's apartment from the original 78 Superman. I showed that
look
the
at
other day.
that.
So Stay Puft and Lois Lane, we're in the same general neighborhood.
That's just 2 movies, man. So much stuff around here, man. This is awesome. Being a movie buff filming location, Central Park is just full of them. I'm thinking of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles right now. Was filmed in this area. Of course, Ghostbusters, Taxi Driver. The list goes on. All right, horse and buggy. I've actually done one of these before at night. My first time ever in New York City. I did a Central Park horse and buggy tour, and I think we began somewhere about here. It's a good time. Central Park starts at 59th, and it goes all the way up into the 100s, I believe. It's a long stretch of land. Lots of rock in here that you can climb up on and get some scenic views, some Buena Vistas. Okay, wait for it. I don't know if they call these the Columbus Rocks. I don't know what they call them, but it's nearest Columbus Circle, right inside the park. Look at that view. Wow. And you got the Plaza Hotel. I think that's the rooftop of the Plaza Hotel right there from Home Alone 2. Dana Barrett's apartment, Spook Central. You can see it all the way through the trees from this rock. Ghostbusters. And we're gonna circle back, but I gotta go over to Tavern on the Green and Spook Central, 550 Central Park West, AKA Dana Barrett's apartment from Ghostbusters. And over here, this is where the Terror Dogs got Louis Tolley. Now, I'm a big fan of the original movie with Dudley Moore, Arthur, but that is the building of Arthur Bach from the 2011 version, the remake. That's his house, Arthur Bach's house. I'm actually filming 2 videos today. I'm getting some, I don't want to spoil it, but I'm filming a project as we're going along, so we're kind of going in different ways. Adam's filming his video, I'm filming mine, filming 2. I can't remember the name of this building, but someone once told me this is one of the oldest structures in all of New York City. The original, and I think they said like something along the lines like the original Twin Towers was its nickname.
Look at the old-timey water sprinkler here.
That's awesome.
I love that. What is this, 1980?
Right. Also a filming location from Big Daddy here at Cherry Hill. Sonny meets, I can't remember the name, but Amy Adams meets him out here with the little boy.
Yeah.
It was right on this hill somewhere in Cherry Hill.
Amy Adams, the one from Biodome?
Yeah.
And Chasing Amy?
Chasing Amy, yeah. Yeah, right out here on this hill. I don't know. That's a good question. Where are you, Amy? No one's chasing her.
Maybe she lives in New York.
She could, yeah. Oh, right over your shoulder.
Oh, her name was her character's name from Chasing Amy.
Yeah, I just put that together. And the famous Bow Bridge, which I've traveled underneath that bridge on boat before. There's some boat rentals. I don't see them going. You can do paddle boats, but that is the bridge.
The Bow Bridge, B-O? Like Bow
B-O-W, I believe. Or maybe it's like Bow Bridge.
Bow Bridge.
But that's the bridge from Highlander. There can be only one. Connor McLeod. Yes. From the dawn of time they came. And one of the most iconic spots in all of Central Park. Right now I'm thinking of John Wick. I think it was John Wick 2? Bethesda Fountain. Bethesda Terrace.
No honking over here and no sirens over in here, just birds chirping up in the trees. I like it.
Bethesda Terrace, so beautiful. First time I came out here was in the winter. So much better when it's green. I was thinking of John Wick and Home Alone 2. So many movies, probably 100 movies filmed out here. And they call this the Navy Terrace, named in honor of the men and women of New York City who served their country during the World Wars. This might look familiar to you movie buffs. Yeah, I'm thinking of John Wick running through here. Bethesda Fountain, just so beautiful. Look at the angel. Yeah, not the same effect being here in the winter. The first time I came to New York, it was in the winter. It was still beautiful, but I much prefer it when it's green. Would you like to make a wish, sir?
Make a wish? Thank you.
You're welcome. Make it a good one.
I made my wish.
What was it?
Tell you?
Oh. Also, I want to mention that the weather right now, absolutely perfect. I think it's 70 degrees out here, if I had to guess. Perfect.
And
oh.
the wish might not come true.
I may have jinxed it.
Maybe.
They don't build structures like this anymore. Look at this. Look how beautiful. The tile work on the roof. Yeah, specifically remember, I think Macaulay Culkin running through here, and Keanu Reeves, and John Wick. I think it was chapter 2. It might be chapter 3. But this is when he was running at the end. He was actually running down these steps. He was being chased, and the movie actually ends at the fountain. So cool. Look at these mosaics, these murals. Kind of reminds me of the inside of Cinderella's castle. Speaking of wishes, there's a magic lamp in here. Is this Aladdin's magic lamp? It's before a book. It's really cool how in the stonework there's all kinds of little things to see. Yeah, that looks like a Aladdin's magic lamp.
It does, yeah.
Also, I've actually used these restrooms before. There's some old restrooms to the right and to the left. There's the men's room. I wish for $1 million. And we're just randomly passing by MoMA, the Museum of Modern Art. Looks like they have a Vincent van Gogh display, cypresses. There are so many brilliant pieces in here. One day, I'll have to check out MoMA. Look at this giant clock here. Water clock. There's like a little car keeping the time, the hand. And cutting through the park. Look at this. This is called Turtle Pond at the end of the Great Lawn, right in the heart of Central Park. It's like a castle over here. And we're exiting onto Central Park West at the corner of 77th and Central. Heading down that way, south. This is the New York Historical Society building. I actually walked through this museum way before I even got on YouTube, actually 2013. It's a pretty good brief history of American history throughout that museum there. It covers all the major events. And there's a bed from General George Washington inside there. Yeah, one of his beds from like the Revolutionary War.
It's not done.
Yeah.
Oh, magic hat.
There he is, Abraham Lincoln, 16th president, top hat and all. You see a lot of statues of Lincoln, but never with the actual top hat on.
There's a top hat.
Yeah.
With a snazzy dresser.
He was. I think the accurate height too. He's pretty tall. And now at the Dakota, 12 West, 72nd. This is my third time here, second time vlogging it. The Dakota almost doesn't need an introduction. Adam's here to show the last home and the place where John Lennon sadly was killed right out on the sidewalk here in the Dakota. He's doing the subject matter of John Lennon today. I also want to add that this is the filming location of Rosemary's Baby, Mia Farrow. This was the apartment building. Also, Judy Garland lived here, Wizard of Oz, and a Boris Karloff, New York home of Boris Karloff at one point in his life. And it is a creepy building, isn't it? Some dark history here, some sad history. Being a fan of the Beatles and John Lennon, I always get sad when I come by here because I just think of John Lennon. Still has the ancient gas lanterns here burning right beyond the guard here. There is a sign that says authorized persons only beyond this point, so we can't actually go inside the courtyard. There's several scenes in Rosemary's Baby, I believe, filmed right back there in the courtyard. And she's a beauty, isn't she? Very gothic looking. They don't make them like this anymore. The Dakota built between 1880 and 1884, and it hasn't changed since. It even has the old gas lanterns there, of course. Yeah, what a beautiful piece of architecture. Came across the way here so you get a pretty wide angle of the Dakota. And we were saying that John Lennon had a park view in Yoko Ono. I've said this before a couple times. Again, Adam's covering the subject matter pretty heavily, but John Lennon's apartment is still owned by Yoko Ono, and at sometimes she does stay here still. I don't know if she lives here full time still, but she does live here. Still owns the apartment they lived in. And one of my favorite spots in Central Park, actually my most favorite. It's my fourth time here. I want to take you down because I'm going to Strawberry Fields. There's always like live music out here, people selling merchandise, and I'm picking up some buttons here for Chris the Girl, big Beatles fan as well, especially the song Imagine, John Lennon. And what a perfect song to go into Strawberry Fields in an octopus's garden. Octopus's garden in the shade.
I asked my friends to come and see an octopus's garden. I like to be under the sea. An octopus's garden
in the shade.
I like to be under the sea.
In an octopus's garden in the shade with you.
Nothing to get on my back. Strawberry fields forever. Living is easy with eyes closed. Misunderstanding all you see. It's getting hard to be someone, but it all works out.
And that is why this is my favorite place in Central Park. So peaceful. And so much to see here at Central Park and beyond. We're gonna go all over Manhattan, mostly Midtown and Central Park today. Originally, we thought we were gonna go out to the Statue of Liberty, although I still need to go to Battery Park later for my secret project I'm working on as I'm filming this video. But thanks for sticking with me. If it's your first time here, give it a thumbs up, subscribe below. There's still much ahead here in this video and beyond. 19th, 68th Street, just off of Central Park West. This is probably my 4th time here. A big hero myself, growing up about less than 50 miles from him in Indiana. James is from Fairmount, but during his career, actually he moved out here, I think, after he lived with his uncle in California, and after the whole UCLA thing, he came out here for acting school, and he rented the top apartment up here. I'll go back to show you. There's some round windows up there. There are several pictures you can see James Dean. He's sitting in the windowsill, like reading a book or a script, and it's those windows up there.
Would you say, since you grew up in that general area, that you spent a fair amount of time?
A fair amount of time, I'd say. I like what you did there. That's a good pun. He also played basketball. Did you know that?
I can't believe I just used that. Use that joke.
I'm rubbing off on you.
No, I used that when I did my video years ago.
Yeah.
I overdid it. I used it like 18 times.
Yeah.
Worn out as welcome, but I've been waiting years to do it again, so I appreciate it. Let me throw that in there.
And I got to show the plaque. James Byron Dean, born February 8th, 1931, died September 30th, 1955. And notice right here, this was his New York City home from 1954 until September 30th, 1955. Although he didn't live here, that is the day he died. He owned this apartment until he died out in California on that sad day in September. He died before his last 2 movies came out. He died before Rebel and before Giant ever came out. He was a star.
He made 3 movies.
Yep, 3 movies.
What's your favorite of the 3?
I am a huge Rebel Without a Cause fan. Yeah, it's one of my greatest.
Rebel, and Giant.
Yep.
Giant's pretty good too.
I once did a movie night for my church, and it was throwback 50s. The first movie was Rebel Without a Cause. I put this on. The second movie was Back to the Future. Wow. And look up there, the windows, the round windows that you see.
I think the round windows are still there.
That's where James Dean's apartment was. One of those. 550 Central Park. No, I believe it's 55 Central Park West, but in the movie they made it 550. Dana Barrett's apartment, Spook Central, where Gozer, the battle between the Ghostbusters and Gozer went down at the end, and the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man stepped on that church right over there to the left. No one steps on a church in my town. Again, my favorite movie, Ghostbusters. Cannot pass by here and not show it. It's like my 5th time here, 4th or 5th. But this is where the terror dog ran across the street into the park, chasing Louis Tolley, Rick Moranis. Also thinking of Bill Murray out here, Walter Peck, down there on the corner getting splashed with the marshmallow after Ghostbusters blast them, after they cross the streams. The Ghostbusters cross the streams right up there. The terror dog blasts out of there. I think he said he saw a bear at his apartment, and he jumps right over the wall, and look right there, there's the Tavern on the Green, the restaurant where he gets chased up to.
Standing here?
Yeah.
I thought that was so much closer to this wall.
Oh no, actually if you were to jump over this wall, yeah, it's quite a bit of drop.
Because I didn't realize that building was so offset from it.
Yeah, it's a very offset, because it appears he comes around, like hooks around that way.
Yeah.
On the other side. The glass is still over there though. I'm kind of recreating the shot, but there's a good shot of the Ghostbusters firing down the proton packs at the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man right here. About a similar angle. And we have done a circle back to Columbus Circle. We're gonna exit the Central Park area, head across the street. Must be world history. There's a giant globe right there. And we're entering Hell's Kitchen, legendary Hell's Kitchen. Adam's gonna grab some stuff for his video over here. Just passing through. Pizza by the slice for $1. Huh, I don't know. I don't know about that. $1.50. Yeah, I think I'll pass. I was looking for a sign that actually said Hell's Kitchen Spotted it right here in neon on this establishment called Mickey Elaine's, 49th Street. Guy's got his fedora on. I wonder if that's Mickey. Yeah, check it out. Hell's Kitchen, New York City. Someone wrote in the concrete here their names on the sidewalk, Hell's Kitchen. And a little teaser to Adam's video. It should be out by now, but I just want to point out that he's covering the Lennon spots heavy inside of his vlog today. And I want to say this is one of my favorites right here. I'm not going to spoil it, but it's a big deal if you're a John Lennon fan. So go check out that video. Much ahead. I love this town. All right, we're exiting Hell's Kitchen. We're kind of making our way around Midtown, circling back towards the Central Park area. Times Square is like right out over that way, a couple blocks off of Broadway. Look at that mural over there along the wall. This is a place called Keel's. It's been there since 1851. I like that, with the Statue of Liberty with the sunglasses. A bunch of those kids there. And we're heading towards Times Square at the corner of 47th and 8th. The Copacabana. Classic, iconic club. And we're gonna take a break, go inside this Starbucks right across from the Copacabana, just to charge our phones and get some energy, get some caffeine. You can see the lights of Times Square right down there. And also, Broadway. There's a bunch of theaters, Broadway theaters down through here. Here's the Starbucks. I've never done a Broadway play, never been to a Broadway production. What if I went to Peter Pan Goes Wrong? I don't know. Oh yeah, look, Rick Moranis, Little Shop of Horrors. Feed me, Seymour. Feed more. Or how about It's Time to Believe in Magic Again? Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Peter Pan Goes Wrong sounds like a good time. Just looking at this guy. Yeah, that looks funny. You've heard of the Edison? Maybe at Disney Springs? Well, here's the original. Look at that Art Deco. Wow. And passing through Times Square as I'm in New York is playing. Of course that's playing. Look at that. Last time I was out here, I was chasing down Jason. Jason Takes Manhattan filming location. We got a Hershey's Chocolate World over here. Shout out to Chris the girl. I met her in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Yeah, so there's the big red steps. It's a giant photo op. You get a nice photo, you climb to the steps. Right down that way. Actually, yeah, way down that way. We're crossing over here so you can see. Oh yeah, right over there is where Jason took Manhattan.
Then he went on a cruise ship.
Then he went on a cruise ship. Hershey's Times Square, New York. And passing by 1221 Avenue of the Americas building right here on 6th. Always remind me of the Twin Towers, the World Trade Center. They were built about the same time. And welcome to 30 Rock. We are in Rockefeller Plaza in the center. The Rainbow Room where they filmed Saturday Night Live is somewhere above us. Oh, check this out. NBC mural coming up the stairs. Johnny Carson all the way to the left. I see the Seinfeld show. Oh, I've seen this before. This is so cool. And we've got Fred's. We just went by the Fred's apartment a couple days ago. Also, Law and Order. Frasier. Oh, shout out to Chris the girl, her favorite. The Golden Girls. NBC. WNBC. And the marker for the Rockefeller Christmas tree. This is where it sits. I like that they marked it. We were like, hey, I wonder where the tree sits. And look, lo and behold, right in front of the NBC building, the Comcast building. Look at that Art Deco. Very nice. And look at this guy. I've never been behind him. I'm always over there looking back because I'm remembering the scene from Ghostbusters when the Ghostbusters run through here, or when Kevin meets up with his mom at the end of Home Alone 2, right over there in that area. And no ice skating, but they're doing roller skating. And right across from Rockefeller Center, St. Patrick's Cathedral. I was wrong. I thought that this is where they had JFK's funeral. It makes more sense that they had it in Washington at St. Matthew's. I think this church though, don't quote me on this. I think this was in Gremlins. I don't know. Maybe when the gremlin that got the wings went down on that church. I think it was right here, the St. Patrick's Cathedral. Look at this beautiful rose terrace here. Look at that. It's beautiful. And although the doors are open there, they've got a thing of glass. So you can't actually go inside. You can go around though and go inside. Wow, look at these roses. Oh, they're fake. Makes sense. They're beautiful though. Gonna go inside the church. Now inside St. Patrick's Cathedral. Wow. Just wanted to come in here and show you what it looked like. So beautiful. There's all kinds of things to do in here too. Look at those ceilings. Zoom it all the way down to the end. It's massive, man. It's so peaceful. A lot of construction going on. You can hear it behind this wall. Oh look, you can see it too. Look down there. Oh boy. Wonder what used to be here. In the corner of this building, look, this little display people have set up here. Little yellow taxi cab. Some buildings. Just on the corner of 53rd and 5th in the window. We're going to another spot over here, another filming location. So many beautiful churches on 5th Avenue. Wow. And we pinpointed the location from Midnight Cowboy here at 58th and 6th Avenue, just before Central Park. Central Park over there on 59th. Right here at this intersection, Dustin Hoffman crossing the street and Midnight Cowboy. Hey! I'm walking here. So it was at this angle, just right here. They were walking across the street. Yeah, so Adam pinpointed the spot right here. Dustin Hoffman, John Voight was the cowboy, famous line. I'm walking here. And you were saying that was an ad-lib because
he really was walking there. He almost got hit by the taxi.
The taxi breached into the thing. And a look down 5th Avenue. We just walked about 6 blocks this way from the Rockefeller Center. Gotta watch out for the taxi cabs here. Hey, I'm vlogging here. It's pretty cool to see that iconic location right there. And we have circled back to Central Park once again. That's 2 times we've circled back to 59th Street, the beginning of Central Park. All right, Adam, remember we were talking about the safety of New York City? Oh, yeah. Just jump in there. Just go in there. See what happens. White van with ice cream. And we're back at Columbus Circle, heading back into the subway. Gonna take the red train south. And it's time to go downtown. So we're going down to the bottom level of this train station. Taking the 1. And right out there, my friends, the Statue of Liberty. Had to come down to the lower side of Manhattan here to Battery Park. Ooh, that shifted. Had to come down here to get some footage of something else I'm doing, a little project I'm working on, so we came down here. I just wanted to throw this in here to show you. Whoa! How close we got to the Statue of Liberty. I was out there 4 years ago for the Ghostbusters 2 filming locations. That was the first reason that took me out to the Statue of Liberty. Also, Ellis Island right there to the right. And I found out that I have family that came to America through Ellis Island since then. So sometime in the future, I'd like to get back out there and actually do the museum and stuff. But yeah, I'm just down here for a filming location, but had to note that we got this close to the statue of Liberty. Wow. One World Trade Center right down that way. Now we're going to transition over to the Soho area, and we're passing by this mural here. We've got Jodie Foster from Taxi Driver.
That's awesome.
Also, I don't know who that is over there. I can't make it out. Is that Blondie? Kind of looks like Blondie.
I was thinking that at first, but I don't know if it is.
That's really neat.
I don't know who the one in the middle is.
Mother Mary with a gat. And this is like the 5th time I've seen Grand Central this weekend. And I say, it looks better at night. It's really like the architecture here in New York City. You have reached the end of the video. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe below if it's your first time. We got a lot of stuff today, all over Manhattan. I filmed 2 videos today. We made it back. Look at that view. Wow. Empire State Building's all lit up green. And I heard a very scary sound way below, like a crash. Oh, I hope everyone's okay out there. New York. City never sleeps. But I got to. Alright, it's over. Know you're awesome, know you're loved, and no matter who you are, what you're going through, there's always much ahead. See you tomorrow. We got more New York videos coming out.